Second out got our glasses, which is awesome. As the last of the tram gates close, we'll just be waiting on the all clear from the Studio Tour ambassadors. Everyone let us know that we're all good. All out. And it looks like we're all good, y'all. But before we get too far on our tour, I would like to quickly go over some safety rules, all right? So first, if you need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or if y'all drop something about you off the side of the tram for having a sound or video issues, reach up and grab the ready cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist y'all as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated and keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Remember, use the red cord there if you need any assistance, because the studio is private property, and at that any time during the tour, if you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, just pull that cord there and remain seated. Please no smoking of any kind during the tour, and be prepared. The tour will feature loud noises, sudden tram movements, high air effects, and many water effects. So y'all want to have your cameras.
We'll get it again at last time, everyone.
And finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while y'all are on board. And that's it, my friends. Our tour's officially on the road. And to help us all kick it off is the host of the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world famous studio tour. Why the country? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we pay tribute to the Universal cast and take you behind the scenes of why the studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
Let's get 200 or 300 people the last time, everyone. Go.
March 15th, 1915, when our founder Carl Lindley invited the public into the studio to watch silent movies being made. Guest set Marvel at the new technology called filmmaking. But with the invention of sound, the need for quiet on the set, the original walking tour ended. But in the 1960s, under the leadership of company chairman Lou Wasserman and executives Al Dorskin and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving the tour of the studio returned when the Grand Line bus tours originated in Hollywood made a stop at our gates. On July 15, 1964, the first of our red, white, candy striped glamour trains took 67 passengers on a 2-hour driving tour to Universal Line, and the world-famous studio tour was born. We started with 2 drivers, 2 guides, and 1 ticket seller working out of a trailer on Lancashire Boulevard. And from there, the studio tour expanded with fantastic, one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the Burning House and the Rock Slide, which were in this area of the life in the 1970s and 80s.
There are 14, let's go.
And our tour is going to begin today down here in the Green Lot, where we kind of like the theme park in the studio. Up ahead on y'all's right, you'll see Super Nintendo World of Mario and Luigi. And on y'all's left, you'll see some of our sound stages that are all part of the studio. Actually, speaking of the studio, since today is a work day here on the lot, there's a good chance we might get close to some active filming. I'm going to enter into a brief little quiet zone. I'll just be a part of this part. I'll have to be quiet because I'm on a microphone. Y'all are still good. Amongst yourselves and take all the pictures and videos that y'all want to. Now, I'm trying my best to let you know before we enter into that quiet zone, but just in case I randomly stop talking, if y'all see this little graphic up here on your screens, that's all I know about some active filming. But for now, looks like I'm going to keep on talking. So we're also trying to test these sound stages here on y'all's left.
29, let's go, everyone. Let's do it.
On some of our stages, it just look like John's warehouse equipment, and that's because the productions go there, that belong to the world inside, the possibilities are truly endless.
There, we got 45. Hell yeah. Go, everyone.
Screens here is what those stages look like.
Well, I'd like to see comments or something, everyone. 61.
Also, over on y'all's left, just in front of sound stage 14 here, you'll notice there's this big open space with some parking spots in.
I wonder where Snake is at.
As a base camp for our productions, which is just a little hub area. It's a place where we can have all the dressing room, boardroom trailers, makeup trailers, and prop trucks, even all the
Hey, I have a question for you, Snake. Have you ever been to studios?
Our sound stage is home though. We've had the Peacock streaming series Bel Air starring Jabari Banks and Ollie Shovington filmed some of our stages. And even the Academy Award-winning film Oppenheimer starring Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt. Now we do got more than just our stages here on the front line though. We also got some of our production bungalows where production companies can do a little pre-production.
You been to studios, Snake's Army?
Before the cameras start rolling, like budgeting, getting all the money together, right?
How do you like the rides?
Actors and actresses into their roles. Some production companies that come our bungalows, some are Smart Plat Productions. They've all been working on wigging and also illumination and entertainment.
In the early days of the studio, these bungalows were used as dressing rooms.
That's cool.
Stars of Hollywood's golden age. Now, they're used as offices.
Thank you, Snake's Army, for always keeping the chat good. Appreciate it.
Writers and producers work their magic to get a production done, including my company, Illumination. At Illumination, we've made some of the most successful animated films in box office history, including Despicable Me, The Lorax, The Secret Life of Pets, Minions, Sing, The Grinch, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. And the team is
Which city do you watch from,
as we
Snake's
launch
Army?
our next film, Despicable Me. We've had some
Okay.
sequences in the Despicable Me movies. Heist of the Honey Badger is now officially my favorite. Emotional thriller, and I believe that that's why these movies have stayed in people's hearts.
During the golden age of Hollywood, one director who called the bungalows on y'all's left home for work with Twilight here at Universal was Alfred Hitchcock to write a Psycho, Vertigo, Birds. Just next door to those bungalows, is still on y'all's left over the last few
I never met Snake's Army, but Snake's Army is a true loyal one, everyone. Snake's Army takes care of everything. And I have never met Snake's Army, but cool person.
Just across from these sound stages, over on y'all's right is the very first stop of our backlot. The backlot is home to a lot of our outdoor sets, like these ones here. We like to call them the Metropolitan sets. The Metro sets are only about 4 acres of the lot, but each part owns a different part of a major city. We can make them any major city that we want them to be in the world. The first part that we're going to be heading on over to today is called Brownstone Street. Brownstone Street is also currently being used for St. Denis Medical, but it's also been used for one of my personal favorite productions, 2003's Bruce Almighty, starring Jim Carrey. Now, if you look up at your screens here, look at the steps here, and to the ones over on y'all's right, y'all see that these are the same steps that Jim Carrey was running that dog down.
They probably get shy that you film them.
And
You
while
know?
Brownstone Street is very beautiful, so is the rest of the Metro sets, especially the next part right next door, Courthouse Square, which y'all might recognize as Hill Valley from the Back to the Future film.
Welcome to the Courthouse Square.
There we go, 126 people, everyone. Let's go.
And it represented
Let's go, let's do this.
1985, 1955, and the far, far distant future, 2015. To this day, this is one of the most popular sets on Universal Studio Tour.
We had a lot of fun making those films here on the lot. I wonder what it'd be like to go back to those days. If only we had a time machine.
Hey, everybody, do you think we can get this tram up to 88 miles per hour? See you in the future.
And y'all may note that the courthouse over on y'all's left looks just a little bit different than it did when we
They're
were
doing
filming
Okay, what's up?
And that's because we
Sunburn.
changed the outside of it. We put a shell around that courthouse, just so then our courthouse here on the lot could be any courthouse anywhere in the world. And also so audiences would immediately recognize it as the one from Back to the Future and other productions where it wasn't supposed to be Hill Valley. Now, Courthouse Square, though, has been used for many other productions, though. More recently, it's been used for this TED
Cisco
series
Sunburn.
that's created by Seth MacFarlane. That's also currently streaming right now on our streaming service, Peacock. Well, leaving Courthouse Square behind, the next and final part of the Metro sets we're going to be heading on over to today. It's called New York Street. While it's called New York Street, it can still be any major city. It's also been used for the TED series, as well as Blackpink's Jesus Flower music video. But while we're still out here in the Metro sets, I do want to talk a little bit more about the buildings that we got here. These buildings are what we like to call facades. That just means we can only film on the outsides of them because, well, there isn't really anything inside of them besides the maintenance stairs and electrical equipment. But the interiors for our buildings can all be built inside some of our sound stages. And with a little bit of editing, we can make it look like a character walks through any door over here, right on to the inside. The buildings also use a little bit of forced perspective as well to make them look a tiny bit taller than they actually are. So while y'all are looking at the buildings here, make sure you pay attention to the windows on them, because the higher up on these buildings that you got, the smaller the windows are going to get. That's why we make them look just a little bit taller. And also, since the Metro sets are only about 4 acres of the lot, and most major cities are way larger than 4 acres, sometimes we do got to extend our city streets out using some digital effects. That way we can make them look like they keep going on and on. We can also use those same digital effects to add on some more details to the buildings out here, especially since we got lots of productions that like to film here. And if one of them wanted the Metro sets as a post-apocalyptic city, of course, the buildings in that city would probably have some pieces missing off of them. There'd be some cracks and wear and tear, and we don't really want to damage any of the buildings out here. We want to be able to keep reusing them over and over again. So all those little details can be added safely on with some digital effects, and we've been able to do that with pretty much all of our sets over the years.
Let's reach 10,000 views like last time, everyone. I reached 10,000 views in less than an hour. Let's go, guys.
This scene here from Changeling starring Angelina Jolie filmed out here in the Metro sets, and they were also able to use the digital effect that I mentioned of stretching out the city street there. Now, while the Metro sets can be any major city in the world, they can also be any time period as well. And when we change around that time period, there are 3 items that change quite a lot over the years. So we got to make sure that they stay accurate with whatever period that we might want. One of them is the designs of light fixtures change quite a lot. We can change around the fixtures here in the Metro sets.
There's gonna be more action right now.
On the sidewalks there, looks like you can take a little panel off there. We can put in new fixtures there. And also, the makes and models of vehicles change quite a lot over the years too. So any that we got parked on the sides of the road or driving up and down the street, we'd also have to change them. And the final item is fashion. Fashion also changes quite a lot too. So anything that we got our actors and actresses wear, we also have to change that around. Luckily, we do got a prop and wardrobe department right here on the lot, so productions don't gotta go too far to get all those new items. But while we can do all this here on the lot, we're also able to do this outside of the lot as well. Like we did for King Kong, they filmed out and about on location, but they were still able to use all the digital effects they wanted and also change around their city and time period. that beautiful concrete jungle, I think it's time for us all to leave it behind, grab a vine, and swing on over into the real jungle.
It's the original King Kong that they classified saw that movie on TV. I like films that talk away from the world of life. Kong visuals, the world of ship, Lost Island, monsters, creatures from prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. It's great to have you on the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet. Just
Snake, come in, come in.
On as we await our return back to Skull Island, make sure that y'all stay seated, hold on to all your belongings, and make sure not to use any flash photography. While the wildlife on Skull
No,
Island,
never mind.
all the bright and flashing
Damn. I don't have my gimbal, that's why.
Is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife in Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the features and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie. We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality. He's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. He is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature of Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are his personality. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island, so he's beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient battles.
think that was too funny, so he ended up dropping the role shortly after that. But like he said, Eddie Extra could play it, and there was an extra here on the lot who was more than happy to take that role with open arms, Boris Karloff. But no matter who's playing those classic Universal monsters, their movies have gone on to be some pretty big inspirations for many different directors and producers.
Universal, we think of monsters. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera.
Damn, guys, I'm feeling sleepy.
Just brilliantly made.
That Frankenstein image, flathead, it's one of the great icons of the world.
Just pull the red cord there to get my attention. Now I'm back to assist y'all. But otherwise, make sure that you stay seated at all times on the train. And just in front of us is Soundstage 50. Y'all may know last year we closed the Earthquake attraction that's stood on this part of the lot for decades. And we made way for this new unrivaled state-of-the-art soundstage that's already been in high demand. So we did make a little arrangement with the production that's been filming in here to actually travel inside of the soundstage so we can see what exactly goes on in here. Now, as we're heading into stage 50, though, I do want to stress we all make sure that we stay seated and hold on to all of our belongings because we don't want to leave anything behind here at the sound stage. Now, the set here is also what we like to call a hot set. That just means everything's all good to go, ready to start filming for the cast and crew. And speaking of the cast and crew, I think they're going to be coming back from their break shortly, so we're not going to be here too long at stage 50. Oh, also, speaking of the set, while it is set up as a subway system for San Francisco, I'm sure that's just a little tremor. Y'all just stay seated and hold on. Earthquake, the big one. The attraction originally opened 35 years ago, back in 1989. And it was inspired by the disaster classic earthquake. The film will celebrate its 50th anniversary a little bit later this year. It was released in November of 1974. And it starred Charlton Heston, Richard Roundtree, and Ava Gardner. But after that little earthquake, I think we all deserve a nice, relaxing vacation on over at Amity Island. Now, they did have a little bit of a shark problem over here at Amity Island, but don't worry, y'all. I heard the rep would catch their shark for us. But just to be safe, the police are doing one final sweep of the water just to make sure we're all good to dive on in there. Now, I don't mean to brag, y'all. Back in high school, I was part of the swim team, all right? So I'm real good at all those little techniques, you know, the butterfly. It's actually my signature one. I was really good at that one, y'all. You know, and oh no. Now y'all stuck it out in the water too, right? That is Diver George. I don't think George sees the shark. George, honey, just kick it to be a flipper. It'll swim right away. I promise I would never lie to you, honey. Well, George got a lot of guts being in that water, y'all. I don't think I got the same, so when we get to safety, make sure y'all stay seated and hold on to all your belongings. I'm sure we'll be fine behind the pier. Except these barrels look like gasoline barrels, don't they? Oh, that just scary, y'all. Just a little private. Well, don't worry, that shark there ain't real. But lucky for us, our shark
Sometimes
was
I don't want it
very
close to me.
has been
So everybody, I'll catch you next time. So thank you everybody for watching me. I'll catch you next time, everyone. I love all my subscribers and the supporters. Let's go, everyone. I'm out. I'll catch you next time, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and eat, everyone. So I'll catch you next time. I'm out. Love you guys.